Welcome everybody to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today. And this week sees the release of the horror thriller The Rental, hitting store shelves along with the complete first season of Perry Mason. Paramount Pictures is releasing a special edition Blu-ray of the live-action Robin Williams starring Popeye. And speaking of special editions, collector's editions, my God, there is so much of that coming out this week. You've got a 4K edition of both the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit trilogy, 4K upgrades for Blade and Coming to America, Beverly Hills Cop. Oh my God, special editions of Trading Places and The Golden Child. I mean, my God, man, there's so much media to show off this week. Well, hopefully, let's see if we can show off as much as we possibly can. And there's a hell of a lot more coming out. So let's see the deals, exclusives, and we are at our first location, Walmart. So let's go in and see what they got. All right, we are in at Walmart, and shocker? Well, okay, maybe not a shocker, guys, but they literally have none of the new releases this week. None whatsoever. I mean, they have Mulan, Bill and Ted Face the Music, New Mutants, Tremors, Antebellum, all that stuff that have come out previously. And it's not even on the bottom, because I've looked on the bottom here. They have the Iron Mask, and they have Ava. Yeah, none of the new releases this week at all. Somehow I'm not completely surprised by this one, guys. However, they do have one thing new, and they have The Rising Hawk Battle for the Carpathians for $12.96. The only big new release that I'm seeing over here, and I'm sure this one's really gonna fly off the shelves. Oh, baby. Family Freedom Legacy. Okay. What is this? Oh, wonderful. The year is 12/4/41. What a great time to be alive, let me tell you. My Lord, oh, the Ferocious Horde, led by Robert Patrick, baby. Yeah. Okay, here we go, man. Allison Duty. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Shit. God, I haven't seen Allison Duty in something in, well, actually since Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. What the hell am I talking about? Oh my God. Man, it's been forever since I've seen her in something. Damn. That kind of has me intrigued just for Allison Duty alone. I'm like, really? That's actually kind of really cool, man. She was great in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And Robert Patrick. I don't really like these type of movies, though, that take place so long ago. There's kind of a big disconnect for me. I don't hate all those type of movies, because, you know, back in the day, movies like Braveheart were really good and stuff like that, Gladiator, but this is like way before then. But I don't know. I mean, it's Robert Patrick. I like Robert Patrick. And Allison Duty. Man, blast from the fucking past, dude. Wow, okay. Well, the only new release I'm seeing over here this week, and like I said, I doubt this one is flying off of the shelves, let me tell you. Well, other than that, like I said, all of the same similar stuff. Nothing new at all. Well, shocker. But I want to see if there's anything else worth checking out. Maybe. Might as well take a look. And searching around, we do find stuff over in the franchise section, some limited editions of holiday classics. The first stuff I'm seeing over here is they have the limited edition DVD collectible tin sets. Some are for $15.96, others are for $14.96. First thing though is I'm seeing this limited edition tin set for the new animated Grinch movie. Oh, that's great. Look at that. I love that image of the Grinch with the Christmas hat on and just looking really depressed and pissed off, man. Oh, Lord. Well, at least the dog looks happy. I mean, at least the dog's having fun. That's great. With that, they also have one for How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Oh, great image of a very mischievous Grinch. Awesome. Love that. They also have a limited edition DVD collectible tin of Frosty the Snowman. Now, what a classic Christmas animated movie, man. I watched this when I was a kid. This is old school, man. I love this. So fantastic. Oh, amazing. So good. So good. They have that. They also have the limited edition collectible tin for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And this is another absolute classic. And another one that I watched when I was a kid. I love the old school animation here. It's just something that you can watch as an adult years later, pure nostalgia, or new kids can watch this. It's just good for everybody. Just so great, man. And what's interesting is these limited edition tin sets are very unique because I haven't seen a tin set in a really long time. I think the last time I ever did was they did a limited edition tin set for Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs. In fact, I actually still might have that tin set. I might. It's possible. I might have that one. They don't do many tin sets for a lot of flicks. It's something very limited. And I know why. I mean, it's, you know, for collectors and for you to buy it for the, like, 40th umpteenth time. But, I mean, I get it. It's something kind of unique. Something you don't see all the time. It's quite nice. They do have that. And then they also have these limited edition Christmas slipcovers as well over here. They have National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and I really love that image of Chevy Chase getting electrocuted with the Christmas lights, man. That's so great. I love that. They also have Polar Express, Elf, which, by the way, what other image are you going to use? You're going to use Will Ferrell, obviously. It just makes sense. They also have A Christmas Story with Alfie in his, or Ralphie, I should say, with his great sort of gunslinger outfit. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Oh, great. I actually love his brother in the background where he can't, like, move his arms. I can't move my arms. Oh, I feel really bad for that kid. Oh, man, such a great Christmas classic, man. They have that. They also have the old school Dr. Seuss How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Great one there. Charlie Brown Christmas, which is another absolute classic. In fact, most of the Charlie Brown animated ones are absolute classic, man. The Halloween ones and everything. Thanksgiving, always great ones. Classic Christmas favorites with all the wonderful old school classic ones, really nice. And then Dolly Parton, Christmas of Many Colors and Coat of Many Colors. Okay, I guess why not put this with the rest of the Christmas classics? Okay, sure, we'll put it with the Christmas Story and Christmas Vacation and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's a Christmas classic. Yeah, okay. Some interesting new slipcovers right here, guys. And to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure it's only the slipcover because I believe it's mostly the older DVD editions. Yeah, it actually is, because now looking inside, it's the old school DVD editions of the films. Elf, yeah, the old school ones, which is kind of a shame because basically it's just the same old DVD just with a brand new slipcover on it. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who love slipcovers, me included, but to just get the same repackaged product with the new slipcover, I don't know, especially for $9.96 when you can just keep your older edition. That just seems like the better idea for me. Unless you're a slipcover lover and love the Christmas stuff and want to get up on some new slipcover action, might be the only way. But honestly, the tin sets though look really cool, man, and they're not something you see every day, so that's kind of neat, man. I'm also seeing they have the Harry Potter 8 film collection. Now this is again more of like a Christmas themed one, which is really nice. Again, it's more of like a repackaged edition. They're all the same disc, nothing really new except for the slipcover itself, but not a bad slip. And yet another edition for Harry Potter fans to grab. I swear to God, man. I have never, well, I can't say I've never seen a franchise that has milked as many physical media releases and slipcover editions as Harry Potter, because quite frankly, the Die Hard franchise has done that, the Alien franchise has, Predator, Back to the Future, so many. It's kind of actually in tradition for the Harry Potter franchise to continue to put out editions for people to spend their money on needlessly. I mean, why not, right? If you love the franchise, I guess you'll buy every edition. Makes sense. You know, have Home Alone, Home Alone 2, Home Alone 3. I am still shocked at how many of you guys actually really love Home Alone 3. I was never expecting that. I remember showing this off and everyone's like, oh, Home Alone 3 is really great. I'm like, really? Man, I must be missing out on like a big like cult of Home Alone 3 fans, but okay, fair enough. Won't hate on you guys. Old school Scrooge, which is amazing. I love this movie with Bill Murray, so fun. And the only other thing I was really wanting to show off is White Christmas, the 65th anniversary. Holy shit. Damn, man, 65 years. I wanted to show this off because this is actually my girlfriend's favorite Christmas movie of all time. No lie, it is. She loves this movie. She watches it every Christmas Eve, and now it's actually sort of a tradition now that I come over and we cuddle up and we watch a White Christmas together. And actually, before dating her, I had never actually seen this movie, and then she kind of forced me to watch it because, you know, my girlfriend just forces me to watch it. But I really did love this movie. I thought it was really great. The music is amazing. The dancing is phenomenal here. The story is really, really heartfelt and engaging and very timeless. A lot of really great stuff here, man. Yeah, I did enjoy that. Crazy enough, it's actually become a really great favorite of mine as well. I'm just waiting for White Hanukkah, but I realize that's just never going to happen, of course. Some interesting Christmas classics repackaged. Not bad for all you limited edition holiday movie lovers. Not bad at all. Let's see if we can find anything else worth checking out. One other thing to show off that I'm noticing right in this side section here is more of those quotable slipcovers. Now, most of these ones we've seen before. We've seen The Exception and Shining, Wizard of Oz, Charlie Brown's Christmas. We've seen all these ones before, so there's nothing really new over here to really check out as far as these quotable ones are concerned. Some really cool ones that I haven't seen, though, like American Sniper. The thing that haunts me are the guys that I couldn't save. Great movie. That one's a really good one. Of course, Batman, Mad Max. Oh, what a day. What a lovely day. I love that. What's in the box? What's in the box? That great one. Of course, Goonies. Hey, you guys. Crimes of Grindelwald. I actually really like this one with the creature on there. I like that one. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Yesterday, a wizard entered New York with a case full of magical creatures. Very nice. I'm also noticing something really interesting on the Gone with the Wind slipcovers right here. It actually has a disclaimer now, a disclaimer sticker. Important historical context about Gone with the Wind. Please visit gwtwinfo.wb.com. I've never actually seen this before on the slips. This must be something new, because I remember when all the uproar happened and people were buying this slipcover like crazy. These editions were like running out. eBay prices were skyrocketing up the ass. And now they actually put a little sticker talking about the controversy of the movie. Really? I just don't understand that, guys. I mean, I understand the movie's not as politically correct nowadays as it was way back in the day, but you could say that about a lot of movies, though. Not just this one. So I don't know why Gone with the Wind kind of gets picked on, though. But, I mean, it's a great film, and for historical context and purposes, it's one that I think at least needs to be watched once, especially if you're a movie lover and you love movies as much as I do. It's kind of has to be at least a watch. it's kind of one of those essential watches, but kind of weird that they're now putting the important historical context on that one. I just find it odd that they have to put it on there now. But I have a feeling like that's not the last time we're ever going to see that. You might see that more and more in the future, historical context, so that people understand that the movie will offend people. Just the times we're living in, guys. They have that. But I also noticed they have a couple of new ones over here. They have one for Elf. I just like to smile. Smiley's my favorite. I actually like that one with the elf hat. That's actually really cool. I like that one. They have the one for Christmas Vacation, which is nice. We're gonna have the happiest Christmas. Oh, that's great. That's a pretty cool one too. It's not bad. You do have that one. Oh, of course they have to have one for Christmas Story. Come on, man. It's a major award. Oh, great. Of course, another iconic thing with of course, the leg lamp. If I could get a leg lamp, like literally for the apartment, I would love it. Oh my God, man. I think my girlfriend would kill me, but I would so love it. Oh my God. I would probably touch it constantly. I'd be like, honey, I know I'm touching the leg lamp again. I'm sorry, I just couldn't help myself. Oh man, so iconic. It's great. Now the Polar Express, Believe, very nice. And How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It came without ribbons. It came without tags. Nice. Very nice, man. Some interesting new ones for the holidays. And some of the older ones, if you guys definitely missed out on them. There's some really great ones. Wizard of Oz. There's No Place Like Home. Inception. You Mustn't Be Afraid to Dream a Little Bigger, darling. Of course, The Shining. So good. Again, a lot of these are repackages of the older editions on DVD and Blu-ray, but still really fantastic stuff here, man. I love that. Oh, the Batman one's so cool. Where does he get those wonderful toys? So fantastic, man. A lot of really great, cool editions here. Like I said, it's more for the slipcover lovers, and if you haven't bought the movies yet, but it's repackaging, but the slipcovers are really cool. I will admit that, man. I mean, I realize what they are, but come on, sometimes you can't deny a really cool slipcover, and these are pretty cool. Not bad. Well, I guess that kind of does it this time around, but some pretty cool limited stuff to check out. Interesting. Let's head out. Well, I came in here for one thing, and I found another. Just my luck. I mean, some interesting holiday limited editions, so not half bad to see those. I mean, I would have liked to have seen at least one or two of the new releases this week, but with this Walmart, you never really know, and a lot of times that's easier said than done. Yeah, so not exactly what I expected to see this week here, but hey, it's that time of year, so why not show off some holiday love, clearly. Well, hopefully we'll have better luck finding the newer releases at the other locations. Hope you still enjoyed all those holiday wonderful limited edition classics. Let's head to the next location and see what physical media goodness we can find. All right, everybody, we are at our second location, Target. But before we go in, I wanted to talk about a little subject with you guys. Now, at Walmart, I showed off a lot of really great Christmas classics. Old school classic films, which everybody should watch. But you'd be surprised that not many people get into them as you might think. So I ended up finding this article. Now, it says millennials don't really care about classic movies. It says, it appears that the golden age of cinema has lost its sheen to the young over the years as millennials are turning their back on classic movies. A new study finds that less than a quarter of millennials have watched a film from start to finish that was made back in the 1940s or 50s, and only a third have seen one from the 1960s. 30% of young people also admit to never having watched a black and white film all the way through, as opposed to 85% of those over 50 and 20% branding the films boring. Now, it does say a few other things, like less than half of millennials have seen the likes of Gone with the Wind, The Sound of Music, To Kill a Mockingbird, or even The Shawshank Redemption. Only 28% have seen Casablanca, 16% have watched Once Upon a Time in the West, and only a measly 12% have seen the Hitchcock classic Rear Window, though the director's Psycho fares moderately better at a rate of 38%. Really? On the other side of things, some over 50s appear to have the tendency to stick to their old classics and ignore new cinema altogether, with 1 in 10 admitting they aren't sure if they have seen a film newer than 2010, and 8% straight up saying no, they haven't. There's a lot here, man, to dive into. I am a fan of cinema. I truly am. I am a fan of cinema, and the reason why I am is because of my parents. When I was young, my parents, fed me a dose of classic movies. Romance, comedy, action, sci-fi, horror. And it wasn't just the newer stuff that was coming out at that point. It was stuff from the old Universal Monster days. It was old school romantic comedies from the 50s and 60s. And it made me appreciate cinema more because of it. And I feel like a lot of generations now are kind of losing that. You even see it. They said, well, it's boring. Boring. And I've always said to you guys, in order to better understand movies and to better understand cinema, is to understand the references. Like a lot of these newer films, they're great, but they owe a lot to the classic films, like the old school classic days of cinema. And you just can't take that movie as a movie itself. You have to take it for what it's been influenced by. And you have to go and watch a lot of these older films to understand that. And a lot of people don't. I hate to say that I'm one of the last generations that will actually watch these classic movies, but that might actually be the truth. Now, that's not the case for everybody. A lot of young people that I see on YouTube, they are watching some of the old school classics, which is great. I welcome it. I think it's awesome. But there's a huge high percentage that want no part in that whatsoever. And I just, is it, because I look at society now and we're so like fast, quick, fast, we're just going a mile a minute and we don't have time to take our time with older movies and to, watch a Gone with the Wind or watch a Barry Lyndon or watch some of those old school stuff. I mean, probably nowadays, most generations probably wouldn't even touch Titanic, for goodness sake, man. I mean, I think there has to be an appreciation of cinema, and I think that you have needed to have grown up with it at a young age in order to appreciate it like I did. I think you can still get them into it, but once they get into a mindset, it's hard to break that. And even with the older generation won't even watch the newer movies. So, damn, everybody is stubborn, damn it. I mean, everybody is. I mean, the older generation won't touch the newer films because maybe they just don't think there's anything great in the bunch, which is false, because there's a lot of really wonderful things. The younger generation won't watch the older stuff because they think it's boring and useless and they don't care for it. Where's the balance, damn it? I don't understand it, man. Like I said, I grew up with it because my mother and father, their love of cinema ended up impacting me and made me aware of these old school classic films that I appreciate to this day. And I even go out of my way to watch older stuff that I might have not have otherwise. I mean, old school forgotten flicks that are released from some of these boutique label studios back in the day, like Twilight Time released a lot of that wonderful stuff. Or, Vinegar Syndrome does, or Severin, Shout Factory release a lot of these old school films. And I feel like maybe that might be the last vestige, the last way to see it, because a lot of these streaming services, yes, they're showing these classic films, but if no one's watching it, means that they're not putting it on their streaming services anymore because they're just not getting the hits and they're not getting the clicks. So what's the best way still? And that's Blu-ray, DVD, and 4K. And I would say to a lot of you guys out there, the younger generation who is watching this, maybe do a little homework and go and maybe watch a movie from the 40s or the 50s or the 60s. Give these movies a chance. Yeah, the special effects are not that great. Yeah, the acting is not up to par to what today's standards are, but there's great classic tales to give a chance to. And I think for me, I think we're losing something in the translation of cinema with the fast-paced world we live in and the streaming world, that we're forgetting a lot of these classics. And it's a real damn shame. And I'm somebody that truly believes that these classics, even the old school ones from the 1910s and the 1920s, should still be honored to this day, because cinema should not be forgotten. And once we forget it, then we've lost something really great and wonderful that we just can't get back anymore. And that would really sadden me. So I see this and it kind of saddens me, but am I ultimately surprised by it? No, but really breaks my heart, man. Really does. Definitely let me know what you guys think of that. I definitely want your opinions on that one. And, well, as far as Target is concerned, well, look, there is some releases coming out this week, even though we didn't see diddly shit over at Walmart. So let's hope to God that we see something new here at Target. Well, let's hope. The only way we're going to find out is to head inside, so let's give it a go. All right, we are in at Target, and it actually looks like there is a few releases worth talking about. Very nice. Now, actually, last week they were completely empty, but they finally have in Ava, they have in the Iron Mask, Peninsula, Buddy Games. Well, they actually have a few of the titles that they didn't have last week. I mean, better late than never. At least they have them. But the new thing I'm seeing, oh baby, they have the 4K Ultra HD digital of Coming to America. Bum, 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 bum. I feel good. Oh baby, they have Coming to America, and the Steelbook, by the way. Look at the steel. This is not just the regular 4K. This is the Steelbook 4K, man. Oh, nice. I love that artwork. Very proud Prince. There you go. Oh, with the flag and everything in the background, and the Brooklyn. Oh, so nice. Look at that. And it actually comes with a Randy Watson World Tour bonus poster. Oh, shit. That might be worth the price alone. Randy Watson. Oh, my God. That's so cool, man. Oh, my God. Damn, do I love Coming to America. Holy shit, do I love Coming to America, man. This is a great movie, man. It's just a great Eddie Murphy film, and it's just also a great John Landis movie, because a lot of people actually forget that this was directed by John Landis. It's so awesome, so amazing. I love the comedy here. I love Eddie Murphy with sort of the multiple characters, him playing this stuff with the makeup. I love Arsenio Hall here. So many really great actors here, man. James Earl Jones is awesome as well. Everybody, I mean, there's so much wonderful stuff here, from the alternate McDonald's version of McDowell's, which is so great, man, to all the quotable lines, man. Like, I was thinking about, I was like, there's that really great line that Eddie Murphy has. He's on the balcony of the apartment, and he's like, welcome, my neighbors. And they're like, hey, fuck you. And he's like, yes, fuck you too. I love that. Or that scene where I love so much, Louis Anderson. They're talking to Louis Anderson, and he's like, well, I was doing the dishwasher, and now I'm cutting the lettuce, and next week I'm doing fries. I'm moving up. And I'm like, motherfucker, you ain't moving up this shit. I go like, oh my God, man. Oh, there's so much wonderful stuff in Come to America. God damn, man, they don't make them like this no more. Shit. This is absolutely amazing, man. I love Coming to America. This is so incredibly funny, man. This is one of Eddie Murphy's best. Clearly, it is so good, man. Oh my God. If you guys have never seen Coming to America or love Eddie Murphy, easily a must-buy, man. I didn't think they'd have the Steelbook here, but they do. That's awesome, man. Great art on that. Oh, so good, man. God, Coming to America is awesome. Then they also have, oh, speaking of another really great movie, Top Gun, man. The 4K, the Steel. Look at this, another Steelbook. Man, I was not expecting Steelbooks over at Target this time around. Definitely a pleasant surprise, man. Man, I have talked about Top Gun so many times. Seriously, Top Gun is just a classic movie, one of the best. I mean, minus the oiled up volleyball, but there's a lot of classic stuff in it. And it's one of the best Tom Cruise movies of all time. Clearly, it's one of the best Tom Cruise films, and it's a classic, and it's survived all these years. Why? I mean, there's some Tom Cruise movies that have went into obscurity. A lot of, really great, sort of action flicks like Top Gun, similar to them, but they've all sort of went into obscurity. But Top Gun has stayed. And I think Top Gun has stayed for a lot of different reasons. I mean, first of all, I think the personalities and the characters are very unique and fascinating and likable. You can relate to them. The action is so dynamic, man. It's so amazing. Just the quotable lines and just the 80s vibe. It's just carried on all these years. The love story is unique and really works. There's a lot of stuff here that, in another movie might completely fail and might completely, just be completely terrible and lifeless and not even worth watching, just dull. But somehow Top Gun pulls it off. It's so amazingly well done, man. I mean, there's a lot of reasons. First of all, directed by Tony Scott. And Tony Scott, man, rest in peace. He was one of the best action directors of all time. Tony Scott was amazing. The chemistry between Tom Cruise and Kelly McGillis was awesome. Val Kilmer and everybody involved in this movie. I'm just so happy that it survived all these years, man, and people still love it to this day. I'm so glad. It's such an iconic movie. It's an iconic action film, but it's just an iconic 80s movie that I'm so glad still survives, man. And that is a great Steelbook, man. That is awesome. That is a tasty steal. As with Coming to America, 2 Steelbooks. I will definitely take that action any day of the week, baby. And then I'm seeing they have the DVD of The Rental for $12.99. I believe this is an IFC film, isn't it? Yeah, it's an IFC film and a Scream Factory release. Very nice. We usually don't see Scream Factory releases over at Target very much, so this is definitely a treat, man. Now, I got a chance to watch this on Amazon Prime, and I was interested because I really like the trailer, and also the movie's directed by one of the Franco brothers, so I'm thinking to myself, okay, interesting. I'm gonna give this one a look. Also, I really like Dan Stevens, and Alison Brie's a really good actress too, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it a chance, man. A lean and brutal psycho for the Airbnb era. Yeah, that's not a good thing. Yeah, no. And this movie doesn't even come close to touching Psycho. Not even by a long shot, man. So, the movie is basically about these 2 couples that rent this sort of house on the beach, sort of a getaway for them to have this little vacation. And it's just a story about them being stalked and killed and the suspicions they have against one another, that type of thing. Truth be told, the movie is not terrible. There's a lot of actually good things in this movie. Some pretty decent stuff here. I like a lot of the stalking aspects. I like sort of the voyeurism. Like, somebody's watching you and you don't quite know. I like that aspect to it. I think it's creepy at times, especially the ending. I like some of the killing. Some of that stuff is really, really brutal and unrelenting. Some of that stuff's really great. The problem is ultimately the characters, because the characters are really what fails this movie. Because the characters at times are incredibly naive, other times they're really stupid, and sometimes they're just incredibly unlikable. Like, the two guys in this movie are basically like bros. They're characters, and I can't really get into that. They're, hey bro, hey yo bro, and I'm like, no, 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 I can't get into that. And the females, I get, sometimes they're likable, sometimes they come off as bitchy, sometimes you just want to see them killed. It's rather inconsistent, and the characters at times, to me, I just didn't care whether they lived or died. And the problem is, even in a really good stalker film, in a really good one where, it's really well done and there's a lot of really tense moments, if you don't feel for the characters, if you don't feel for them and want them to survive, then the movie just doesn't work. And The Rental is one of those things. And also, the other problem with this film is that it's about an hour and a half long. And the killing doesn't start until 15 or 20 minutes before the movie ends. I'm serious. Like, you go pretty much 85-90% of the movie, and yeah, there's some, like, creepiness to it. But as far as, like, the stalking and killing, that really doesn't happen until the last, like, 10% of the movie. And at that point, I was like, okay, I was kind of bored with it. I was hoping we would get to a little bit more brutality, and that just never happened. Like I said, the ending is fantastic. The ending is amazing, and it's brutal, and it's really creepy, and it's well done, but it couldn't save the rest of the movie. It has a good idea. I like stalker films, but The Rental just didn't quite do it for me, man. There's a lot of really great stalker movies out there. The Rental had a chance to be great, but it's on the lesser end, honestly. It really is, man. Then I'm also seeing the DVD of Made in Italy for $14.99. Now, I also saw this on Amazon Prime as well, and I was looking forward to this because I hadn't honestly really liked the trailer. I think the trailer is actually really fun. I like the idea of this father and son bonding together. They've had their difficulties. I kind of like that aspect to it. And now it is basically about that. Basically this guy who is running out of money. He's in a really battle for divorce, and he wants to buy this art gallery and doesn't have the money, and so they want to basically sell the house that they have in Italy, and he co-owns the house with his father, and so he's got to bring his father with him, and they have sort of this rough relationship, hardly very speaking to one another, and sort of them sort of re-getting acquainted with one another, finding the love for one another again, and sort of resolving a lot of family issues. It sounds dramatic, and there's a lot of dramatic moments to the movie, but honestly, it's very heartfelt and really funny at times, too. There's a really great romantic story in here as well, and the movie is just very well made. It feels effortless, really. When you're watching the movie, it just feels like it's one of those really classic old Italian vintage movies that just feels like you just feel like you're in the picture with them. You feel like you're there with them. You can feel with them. You can connect with them. It's one of the better sort of family drama romantic movies that I've seen in a really long time. I was really surprised by Made in Italy because I wasn't really expecting it to be that good. I thought it would be average, decent, but it really was wonderful. The characters are incredibly likable. It's extremely well acted. Liam Neeson is amazing in this movie. His role here is effortless. Like, when you see his acting, you're like, he just comes off as just very easygoing guy, and just how unfazed he is, but also how much heartbreak he has in his life that's hidden inside him. Amazing acting here, and even from Michael Richardson, and Michael Richardson is actually Liam Neeson's son. So the resemblance here is uncanny, man. So you can definitely tell that it is a father and son duo because it actually is. It's such a really great tale about the mistakes we make in life, trying to correct them, trying to heal old wounds. So many really great things in this movie, and the scenery and everything from Italy is beautiful. I mean, it's gorgeous. There's so many great things about this movie. Like I said, I was surprised by this. Like I said, I knew it would be probably decent, but it ended up being a really great surprise for me. And Made in Italy, honestly, is pure perfection. And actually, honestly, it's a Shout Factory release as well. Made in Italy. I'd like to say they don't make them like this anymore. Like, it kind of reminded me of like almost like a movie like Moonstruck or something. It had similar flavors to it, but they do actually still make them. And Made in Italy is one of the better ones. One last DVD to check out in this section, and that is the complete first season of Perry Mason for $17.99. Everyone is guilty of something. Well, I hate to say it, but they are right on that one, man. Very interesting Perry Mason goodness. All right. Now, I have not watched any of this series. Now, I would like to watch it because I do have a subscription of HBO through Amazon Prime, so I would like to watch it at some point. I actually remember Perry Mason from way back in the day. The old Perry Mason movies with Raymond Burr, like, I remember that stuff. I mean, I don't remember it too well, but it was more of like, when I was younger, that was more of like an older generation thing. At least I kind of felt it was. I remember it because it was a popular thing, but it kind of faded out of public consciousness. I mean, no one really was talking about Perry Mason. I mean, really, them doing this Perry Mason show really came out of nowhere because I don't think anybody was ever clamoring for a Perry Mason reinvention. I just don't think they were. And truth be told, looking at the trailer, I was a little like lukewarm on it. But I've kind of looked up some interesting reviews online, and a lot of people say that it starts off kind of sluggish and really slow, takes its time, but after a while it actually really picks up. It's very intriguing. The storylines are really great. The acting is amazing. Everybody really praises Matthew Rhys, who does a really phenomenal job, everybody says. John Lithgow is in this as well. A few other really great actors. A lot of people say it's honestly, at the end of the day, a really good crime show. But they do say it kind of takes its time to pick up its footing. I do believe this show is actually more of a prequel to the actual, like, Perry Mason character than it is anything else. Possible? That's kind of what I gathered, at least from sort of the trailers and people talking about it. Like I said, I don't think anyone was actually going out of their way to champion a Perry Mason TV show again, but from what I hear, it's not bad, so maybe it's worth diving into. Definitely let me know what you think of this. I don't think it's going to be as popular as like a Westworld or something, but maybe a nice little crime TV show ain't half bad, especially for HBO. Definitely let me know about that one, guys. Very, very interesting. Little Perry Mason goodness. Not half bad. All right, and not half bad so far. Some really interesting stuff. Let's see what else they got. And then over in the recent release section, I'm seeing they have the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital of Beverly Hills Cop, baby. Okay, that's my best try at the Eddie Murphy laugh. I know, it's pretty terrible, guys. I tried. Okay, oh man. Another great Eddie Murphy movie coming to 4K, baby. Very nice, man. Oh, Beverly Hills Cop, man. Another classic. Absolutely, man. This is a great film. Axel Foley, just one of the best Eddie Murphy characters of all time. Seriously. This is just a really great... It's got some really great action to it. The characters are just really well-rounded, really funny, hilarious situations. And I just love how Axel Foley comes into this world and how sort of sarcastic and jokey and in your face he is. I just think it works, man. And I think the reason why the movie works as much as it does is because the characters, like, if everybody was so jokey and over the top, I don't think it would work so well. But when you have a lot of these characters being very straight laced, and then you have sort of Eddie Murphy coming in there and being the funny man, I think it, I think the humor really helps with that. And it does. I mean, he's awesome here. Judge Reinhold is really great here as well. I think even Paul Reiser is here as like in a really small role too. I think he is. It's just great. The Detroit captain and working with the other police department. Oh my god, this is so great, dude. Beverly Hills Cop is really great. Is it as good as Coming to America? I tend to like Coming to America a little bit better, but Beverly Hills Cop is classic, man. It is absolutely amazing. Ah, so well done. It is really a phenomenal movie. And again, it's another one of those really great sort of buddy cop movies that has survived the test of time. And trust me, there were so many buddy cop movies to come out in the 80s and the 90s, and a lot of them again have went into obscurity. Beverly Hills Cop has succeeded to maintain its popularity and continue to be relevant within the cinema world. Why? I think because of the characters. I think because of Eddie Murphy's personality. The story works. I think it's just a well done movie, and when it's well done, whether it fails or succeeds at the box office doesn't matter. People will find it eventually, and they did, and it's maintained its success, rightfully so. Very, very well done, man. Not the Steelbook, but hey, at least we saw the regular 4K edition, and that ain't half bad. And before I leave from Target, I gotta show this off, man. They got the 4K edition of the Hobbit trilogy and the 4K edition of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, both for $89.99. I have to show these off, guys, because they are absolutely stunning looking. I got to, man. Oh my god. These came out this week, baby. My god, man. Complete epic adventure in stunning 4K. I would imagine the 4K on these are going to look absolutely amazing, man. It is going to look absolutely mind-blowing. Holy shit, man. Okay, so the Lord of the Rings trilogy for me is practically perfection, dude. I mean, seriously, this thing is amazing. It is incredibly well acted. The special effects are amazing. Just the story, everything is so well done. And I remember for years and years and years, decades, where people would say that the adaptation that would never ever be made is Lord of the Rings, because it's such a sprawling epic, and the books are so divided up in a weird way that just trying to have it be some sort of complete story or make any sense would be so tough. But Peter Jackson pulled it off, man. Peter did, and God bless his heart for that, man, because this was such a monumental task, and he did it. I mean, each movie is amazing in its own special way, and it connects so easily. Just the story of the One Ring and of this group of people that are trying to destroy it, and just dealing with this with evil all around them. I mean, it's such a timeless tale, and it's done so well, man. Amazing of a trilogy. I love this series so much, man. And I was kind of skeptical because I had never actually read the books. So I was like, okay, I don't know how this is going to really translate. I know people who have read the books that have said to me, Seth, this is not going to be easy. And they did an amazing job. I mean, you know, people like Elijah Wood and Sean Astin, Dominic Monaghan, I mean, Ian McKellen, everybody just was on their A game. And this is clearly, at least to me, one of the best trilogies of all time. Seriously, it really is. I don't know if you agree or not, but Everything is just done so well in this, and none of the movies fail. They're all brilliant. They all build on each other, and it comes to an amazing climax. It's damn near perfection. Really is. Really is amazing, man. Lord of the Rings is amazing. Now, actually, what's not really amazing is the Hobbit trilogy. I mean, look, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, as I've said, is amazing. And the Hobbit trilogy, not so much. Now, look, I really wanted to like this. Because, look, I mean, it's Peter Jackson coming back to the Lord of the Rings world and doing this Hobbit trilogy, and the Hobbit is such a classic tale anyways. So it's like, how can it be screwed up? And they did it. I thought the CGI was really weak here. I thought they way overextended the story past where it needed to go. The Hobbit is a very short story, and they just overextended it. It's almost like pulling apart a piece of chewed bubblegum, and eventually it's gonna break. And that's what The Hobbit is, man. I mean, and it also felt like some of the actors were not as engaged as they were before coming back. People like Ian McKellen and some of the other ones. And I mean, it started out well because the first movie, I actually kind of liked the first movie. It's not a bad film. The first movie is pretty decent. I got problems with it, but overall it's fine. The second and third films are where I got really big problems, man. I just felt like it just overextended it. The interest within the story, I wasn't really feeling it. I mean, I know they're trying to connect it to Lord of the Rings, but I felt a lot of the connections were really weak, and I felt like they were just trying too hard. It felt like it didn't feel as effortless and as well done as Lord of the Rings. It felt very sloppy and very messy, and it felt kind of like they were trying too hard to make it work, and it just wasn't working, man. I give them a lot of credit for trying, but I think this is a far cry away from anything perfect like the Lord of the Rings trilogy is. I love Bilbo Baggins. I love the old school Hobbit tale, but this movie trilogy just didn't come together the way I wanted to. And I think I'm not the only one. A lot of people are severely disappointed by The Hobbit. I know there's people out there that really like it, but it really, unfortunately, was a major step down compared to the Lord of the Rings trilogy. But if you love all 6 movies, I mean, 4K, it's gonna look stunning in 4K. And not bad artwork either. I like the sword there and all the squad right there. And, of course, I love that. The one ring to rule them all. So good, man. Not bad movies. Perfection and not so much. But, hey, still 4K, man. Can't beat it. Not half bad, man. And not half bad this week. I mean, again, The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, some Beverly Hills Cop goodness, and some really nice new wonderful releases over on this side as well. Not half bad, man. I'll definitely take it. Pretty damn good. All right, let's head out. I just simply don't know anymore, guys. I'm serious, man, because 2 weeks ago, this Target had so much media to show off. They were the dominant force. Then last week, they had nothing, literally completely empty, no media to show off. And now this week, again, they got a bunch of really great media to show off, a ton of new releases, great selection, variety, steelbooks. Oh, Lord, you really don't know what you're going to get week to week with Target, man. I just don't know anymore, man. I give up. I quit. White flag, I give up, man. Oh, Lord, man. But no, seriously, it was really great this week. They had a bunch of really great media and new releases to show off, 4K upgrades, some interesting indies, and, again, that exclusive Steelbook love, which is awesome. Oh, man. I really do love coming into Target. When they are really great with the physical media, they are great. And this week, well, it definitely proves it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I can't say that it's going to be this plentiful next week. It could be really bad. Guess we just go week to week, guys. All right, well, this week was good, and that's what matters. All right, let's head next location and see what we can find. All right, everybody. We are at our third location, the second Walmart. I'm going to go in and see if there's any interesting and unique indie titles worth checking out. If there is, I'm going to bring it back to Film Fan 108 headquarters and show it off for you guys. But before I do that, I want to talk about a movie trailer with you guys, and I hope you are ready for some singing and dancing as we go to the prom. Okay, my singing is really bad. I'm sorry to subject you guys to that, but I had to because yes, we are talking about prom, which is coming to a Netflix near you. Now, the trailer, from what I gather, is basically about this girl. And she is in this very conservative Indiana town, and she wants to take to her prom uh, another girl, her girlfriend. And basically, this town is like, no, we're not having it. We're not doing it. We're canceling prom for good because we are not going to have a woman be with a woman, man be with a man. Just not going to happen. And so these Broadway people end up hearing about the news, and they go to this Indiana town to basically put on a prom for these high school kids to help this girl out, with the trouble she's having, and sort of give her the confidence that she is accepted by these people and she's as normal as anybody else. That's sort of the gist of what the trailer is. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the trailer is good, okay? The singing, dancing, a very big production. The money is splashed right on the screen. And I kind of have a feeling this was supposed to come to movie theaters. And the reason why that is because there's a lot of big names here. I mean, Nicole Kidman, Meryl Streep, Keegan-Michael Key, James Corden, and many others. And I'm like, okay, with a cast like that, I don't think you were ever meant to put it straight on Netflix. But again, because of the pandemic, I assume that the movie studio just sold it off to Netflix for a good amount of money. So, yeah, here we have it now, man. But look, I mean, it kind of reminds me of Footloose, but just for a more updated, modern teenage sensibility is kind of what it reminds me of. It has sort of splashy set pieces, almost like something you'd see out of like Rent or something like that. And it looks like it's got some fun musical numbers, dance sequences. It looks like Meryl Streep is living it up the best she can. Hope she's not trying to dance or anything. I don't want her to break a leg or anything. But, it looks like she's trying. Looks like everybody's trying, man. I just hope they can pull it off, man, because I do really love a good musical. There's a lot of really great musicals out there. Some of the modern day ones have been good to flat out bad. I mean, Cats? Anybody? Yeah, Cats was really bad. Speaking of Cats, boy, I really hope that James Corden has better luck with this one than he does with Cats, because man, that almost killed his career. Hell, it almost killed everybody's career. But oh, brother, hey, but if you don't succeed, try again. Apparently, but look, I like the themes here. I like the idea of acceptance. I like the idea of, that this conservative town has to learn to sort of grow with the times, and these people are trying to help them do that and see that everyone is the same and equal. So there is good themes here, hopefully wrapped up in a very fun, adventurous movie. Hopefully so. I mean, I never went to my prom, so might as well live it off in the movies. Why not, man? It looks all right. It looks decent. I'm sure it'll be fine, but I guess we'll have to wait and see on Netflix. Let me know what you guys think of that. In the meantime, let's head into the second Walmart and see if we find any more physical media goodness. Well, we are in at the second Walmart, guys, and just to let you know, I have been looking at the media, and other than the rental and Perry Mason, they have nothing, guys. Literally nothing at all. It is practically dead as far as physical media. There's a lot of empty spaces. Literally nothing to show off, man. this Walmart has been on a bit of a, like, down streak a little bit, man. I mean, hey, one less place I gotta show off media from, but hopefully they'll bounce back sometime soon. Maybe New Year's resolution for 2021. Possible. Well, anyways, this manager at this store really hates my guts, so, New Year's resolutions, who cares? You know, until they actually have me back in their good graces, I don't wish them any well-doing. You know that, guys. Anyways, yeah, I guess there's nothing really much to show off, so guess we just head to the next location and find some more physical media goodness. All right, everybody, we are at our fourth and final location, and that is none other than the Beast, Best Buy, baby. Yes, we are gonna go in and check out all the very interesting media that Best Buy has to offer, and this has been a really unique and interesting trip. Some media that I was not expecting, some interesting exclusives, a hell of a lot of media over at Target. Not half bad, and usually we save the best for last, and usually Best Buy always delivers. Let's see if they can do it yet again. Let's go in, check it out. All right, we are in at Best Buy, and the first thing I'm seeing is the Blu-ray of The Rental for, well, actually all of these do not have any prices, guys, so sorry about that one, man. Now, this movie is within the genre of, like, killer stalker movies, and there is a lot of them, man. There really is. I mean, I guess in some ways you could call the first Halloween one of those movies. Of course, Black Christmas. Some of the newer ones, like Hush, is really good as well. The Strangers. Even an old school John Carpenter movie called Someone's Watching Me from, I believe, 1978, man. Some really great killer stalker movies out there. Now, what those movies are really good at, even the newer ones are really good at, is you have these sympathetic characters being in this really terrible situation that they just can't get out of, and the tension of that and the struggle, and it's just well-made filmmaking. I wish I could say The Rental is like those, because again, those movies are dynamic, they're wonderful. Unfortunately, I think the characters let the film down, and as I said earlier, that honestly, if you don't care for the characters, then unfortunately the movie doesn't work. And also, something else about the movie that I wanted to say is that at the end of this movie, not everything is resolved in a, you know, neat little bow. It's not. I mean, the killer is there, and the killer sort of gets away. You don't really know the identity of the killer. You don't know what the motive was. You don't know why they decided to do what they did. And I know for a lot of people that can be kind of frustrating. Like, you want to know what a killer's motivation is. You want to know why they're doing what they're doing to make sense of it. And I know some people get really pissed off if things are not explained. Now, sometimes I do get pissed off at times when things are not explained. Sometimes I need a little bit more explanation. And sometimes I'm cool with just a little less explanation. I don't need everything. The fact that the killer is out there on the loose doing this to somebody else, sometimes that's all you really need. Some of the best endings are like that. If you look at Halloween, like, he shot him multiple times. He's out there in the world. Where the fuck is he? I don't know. He's gonna terrorize somebody else. He's just out there. It's terrifying. Or even Black Christmas, where, like, he's still in the fucking attic, man. He's still in the attic, and he's just with that dead body, and they haven't found him yet. And you're like, fuck, man. You know, it's terrifying. Sometimes the unexplainable is more terrifying than the explainable. You know what I mean? So I think in that way, that really works for the movie. But again, it had a chance to be pure perfection, but the characters, I truly believe, let this film down. But outside of that, there's a lot to like here. But is it top tier killer, stalker, slasher movie? No, unfortunately it's not. It fails
to really capture what those other films really have in common, but it tries. Fortunately, it doesn't quite make the grade, but hey, at least they tried. Ooh, and then we got some more 4K love. In fact, really great to see the Top Gun Steelbook again here, baby. Really great. Oh, I love that, man. I'm actually really happy that we honestly saw this here as well as Target, man. It's just great. Hey, more Top Gun. Hell, shit, I'll take it, man. Are you kidding me? Oh, man. It's kind of hard for me to say anything more about Top Gun because through so many videos I've talked about how much I love Top Gun, but it really is true. It's so good, man. It's easily, to me, probably like top 10 Tom Cruise. Seriously, it really is top 10 Cruise by far, man. And now I'm kind of curious about Top Gun 2. I mean, is it going to be as good as Top Gun? I kind of doubt it, man. I really do. I mean, look. I mean, the action could be just as good as the original. With like special effects nowadays and, you know, the better action cameras, it could actually be better. It is possible. But I don't know if it's not going to really beat the characters, I don't think. I don't think it's going to beat the romance with Kelly McGillis. The oily, sweaty volleyball goodness? Could it really beat that? I kind of highly doubt it, man. And of course the music. My God, man. Oh, Lord. I'm a huge fan of the Top Gun soundtrack. Take my breath away. Oh my God, I could go on and on, dude. I love Top Gun. Just saying, I love it. I am looking forward to Top Gun 2, but I doubt that anyone is ever going to replace the original Top Gun. Highly, highly doubt it, man. But it's really great to see the steel here. And actually, some really great special features as well. Not half bad, man. Some more Tom Cruise 4K goodness. Cannot be beat, man. Not be beat at all. And then I'm seeing they have the 4K Blu-ray digital of Arrival only at Best Buy, baby. I know this is another one that got released this week. Some more 4K love. Oh, I love that artwork, man. That's just great artwork. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, man, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's a really great steelbook. I like the look of that one majorly. Oh, and the movie is purely amazing science fiction, man. It really is just... It's a great thinking man's science fiction story. And what I really love about it is really, it would be like a great what-if story. What if aliens came down and we had to try to communicate with them? There were some people that would see them as good people. There would be other people that would see them as purely evil and they're out to manipulate us. Because, I hate to say it, you know, the world is so unpredictable, man. And, you know, there's all these talk about, well, if aliens came down, we would all treat them well. And we would be like, you know, like, E.T., phone home. And I'm like, no, fuck that. That won't happen. Like, there will be literal, like, rednecks with shotguns that are ready to, like attack them. That's just the world we live in, man. You know, some people are really going to be understanding and other people are just not. And that's just how it is, unfortunately. But I just love the scenarios in this movie. I love everything that they were able to do with this. I mean, it was fantastic. I love the CGI. I love the acting. The storytelling is amazing. Everything about this is awesome. So for me, this is amazing, top-notch science fiction by far, man. I mean, really amazing. And great special features as well. Not bad, man. I mean, I love a good thinking man science fiction tale. I mean, I love sort of the dumb science fiction, like Independence Day and everything. Those are always fun, don't get me wrong. But there's something about a really great thinking man science fiction tale that really gets your brain going about the possibilities. Things like District 9 or Arrival are really amazing, man, and really show how amazing science fiction can be if you put it in the right context. And Arrival is definitely one of those by far. Oh, and speaking of 4K goodness, baby, oh, we got Blade. Oh, so good. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see Blade, baby. I'm so happy. Oh, Blade, and look at the exclusive steel, man. Oh, so nice. Look at that. Perfection, man. Wesley Snipes as motherfucking Blade. God damn, man, that takes me back, baby. Dude, I saw Blade in the theaters when it came out, man. I was with my friend back in the day, and oh, it was so cool. So we went to go see it, right? And you know that opening sequence where the guy is going into the meat locker area, and there's the club and everything. He's going into the club, and all these people are like rocking out, having a good time, and he's like, okay, cool, okay, this is awesome, dude. And like you kind of see the sprinklers, and you're kind of like, whoa, what's going on? And no lie, I was with my friend, right? And he kind of sensed that the sort of blood was gonna rain down on everybody, and he was so freaked out that he was like, dude, I'm gonna go. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Where are you going, man? The movie just started. He's like, yeah, dude, I can't take this. I'm like, dude, you haven't even been through anything. He's like, no, I'm going. So he actually went and saw Dead Man on Campus, and I stayed and watched Blade. And I remember, actually, swear to God, Dead Man on Campus ended early, and he ended up coming back into the theater. And I was like, you pussy, you goddamn pussy, you should never even come back to the goddamn theater. Oh, he didn't deserve to. If he couldn't make it through the splashing of the blood, and he can't make it through anything. But me, I stayed, baby, because I love me some horror goodness and action together, and this blew me away, man. I loved Blade, man. Oh, so good, dude. Half human, half vampire, all their abilities and none of their weaknesses, man. This is such a great... I love the action here. I love the comedy. Wesley is such a kick-ass anti-hero. So amazing, man. And there's so many great memorable moments in the movie. There's so many great ones, man. Like, I love when he's fighting Steven Dorff at the end, and he cuts him in half, right? And he's sort of walking away like, okay, dude, yeah, I got this motherfucker. And he turns around, he knows that he reassembled himself, and I love that he silently is saying to himself, like, what the fuck? Like, he's like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell? God damn, man, I gotta beat this motherfucker again. Like, oh man, so good. I love the vampires here. They're really conniving and menacing and evil. I love them. They're definitely not Twilight. That's for damn sure, man. I love that. And I love Chris Christopherson here being sort of, his sort of mentor, almost like a version of like an old school Van Helsing or something. Like, there's so much things to like in this movie, man. And Steven Dorff is awesome as the bad guy, man. He's great. You've also got Udo Kier here as well. Oh, Jesus, man. So many great people here. I love this movie so goddamn much. It is one of my favorite vampire films of all time, seriously. And it has one of my favorite quotable lines of all time, seriously. It's something that I quote at work constantly to people, the situations. I love it. Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill. I love that, man. I say that constantly, dude. Seriously, man. I'm always like at work, like I'll talk to a fellow employee and I'll be like, some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill. And sometimes they get the reference, and other times they're like, yeah, sure. They don't get it. I'm like, Blade, dude. And they're like, yeah, sure. Oh, man. The people who get it are fairly cool. Let's put it that way, man. Oh, man, so good, dude. This is such an awesome film. And I gotta admit, the second film is really great, too. I love the second film. The third film, dude, the third film sucks balls. I'm just being real with you. The third film majorly sucks balls, dude. It really does. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I mean, I know Wesley's never gonna play the character again, but I'll always have the movies, dude. And Blade is amazing. Watching it in the movie theater, the experiences that I've had with it, the quotable lines, it's one of the best, man. It's clearly just one of the best modern day vampire films ever. Truly is, man. And some really great special features here as well. Not bad, man. There are worse things out tonight than vampires. Like what? Like me. Oh god, I could go on and on with all the quotable lines, man. So good. Blade. One kick-ass motherfucking vampire hunter. And then on the other side of the new releases, I'm seeing they have, the 4K goodness of the Hobbit trilogy and the Lord of the Rings trilogy, baby. Oh, I knew they would have it, man. So happy that they have these, man. That is awesome, dude. Now, Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson will forever, actually, be known as a legendary director for getting the Lord of the Rings trilogy on celluloid and actually making it work. I mean, seriously, it was a Herculean task, and Peter Jackson did it, dude. And Peter Jackson, this was so interesting because the Lord of the Rings trilogy came at a time in Peter Jackson's career when he was doing all horror. You know, whether it was, Dead Alive or The Frighteners, he was more of a horror director than he ever was sort of a fantasy adventure director. And the Lord of the Rings sort of changed it all for him. It really honestly did. It changed it forever, for good or bad, man. Because I think he loved the books and he loved the story so much that he decided, well, if no one else is going to take on this task, I'm going to do it. And God bless him for it, man. I mean, it worked. And Peter Jackson is the driving force behind that. I truly believe that, man. Really, he is. And so I give him all the credit in the world for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And then I kind of give him a lot of slack for the Hobbit trilogy. I really do. Now, to be real with you guys, compared to the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the Hobbit trilogy is a real mess. I mean, and here's the problem. Peter Jackson, he actually wasn't even originally supposed to direct this trilogy. Actually, it was supposed to be Guillermo del Toro who was supposed to direct this, and I still to this day would love to go to an alternate universe where Guillermo del Toro directs these movies, because my god, man, I don't know what these films would have been like, massively different had it been him, man. But there was that whole MGM bankruptcy issue, and it stalled the film so much that Guillermo del Toro left, and Peter Jackson was realizing, if I don't jump on this project, then this project's dead. And that's what he did, man. And God bless him for it. But I look at the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I really, really feel like his heart is in it. He really wants to make it really wonderful. And I look at the Hobbit trilogy, and I feel like his heart really isn't in this. It was too much CGI. He felt like maybe the story really didn't connect to him as much as the Lord of the Rings one did. It really does feel like he was very disconnected with this. He directed it because he wanted it made, but outside of that, it just felt that it wasn't as much of a passion for him as what Lord of the Rings was, which is a real shame. I think there's flashes of brilliant Peter Jackson in this trilogy, but there's a lot of moments of a Peter Jackson that no longer cares anymore. And unfortunately, after The Lord of the Rings, he went to do things like The Lovely Bones and that King Kong remake, which is not terrible, but it's not really great Peter Jackson. Like, the first half of Peter Jackson's career is amazing, including Lord of the Rings, and then the second half has been kind of a little bit of a disappointment and kind of sadness, knowing that unfortunately it's not as good Peter Jackson. It feels like Peter Jackson has sort of maybe given up a little bit. I don't know whether you guys feel that way, but I definitely have. I would love to see Peter Jackson go back to his horror roots again, or maybe find something that you can really feel that he was passionate about. This is one of the last times that you really felt his passion, and it's such an amazing endeavor. Here, you really see the difference in two different Peter Jacksons. One who was very engaged, and another one that just really didn't have his heart into it. You can really see the difference, in my opinion. You really can. I wonder if you guys can. Definitely let me know, man. You have the theatrical and extended editions. Not bad. I usually would probably go with the extended editions because they're just better storytelling. More of the world, more of the characters, much better done, man. And I think the same here. Yeah, theatrical and extended as well, man. Not bad, man. If you're a lover of the Lord of the Rings, the books, the movies, these are gonna look stunning in 4K. Regardless, they're gonna look stunning. But as far as trilogies go, much better, and not so much. But I'm very curious of what you guys think of Peter Jackson, man. Definitely let me know, man. I'm so happy to see this here. Really great, man. Awesome. I'm kind of curious what else Best Buy has in store. And we are over in this section with some Eddie Murphy love, baby. Actually, some 4K Eddie Murphy love with the 4K digital of Coming to America. Great. The standard 4K right here. And the 4K digital steelbook as well that we saw over at Target. Nice to see here as well. Very nice, man. Actually, a different artwork, and I like this artwork, but I really like this one too. Not gonna lie, that art was really nice with everybody on the cover. This is really cool with just him there with the flag and everything like that. Very iconic look. Both look really good, but this is really great. And not gonna lie, the Randy Watson poster, that's like a really big selling point for me, man. No lie, I like really want the Randy Watson poster. That might be like the teetering point, is the Randy Watson poster. You know what I'm saying? Very nice there. And more with the 4K Blu-ray digital of Beverly Hills Cop. Now, no prices on here, but it's great to see Eddie Murphy love, 4K Eddie Murphy love, definitely represented. And I gotta ask you guys, what happened to Eddie Murphy? Seriously, man, what happened to that guy? Because, man, I used to love him, man, all the way back, even from like the SNL days. I would watch the old sketches of like, you know, the buckwheat stuff, or I'm Gumby, damn it. like, man, really great stuff. And then him getting into the movies, and like I said, the Coming to Americas of the world, and the Beverly Hills Cop, and just some amazing stuff. I mean, Eddie Murphy's Raw was awesome, man. It was some really great stuff. And he made so many wonderful movies, man. And then somewhere in the 90s and early 2000s, he kind of lost his way. I don't know whether people gave him bad advice, or like his agent was picking him bad movies. Like, I don't really know, man. But I mean, back in the day with Boomerang and, you know, 48 Hours and so much other really great stuff, he was like one of the quintessential like black comedians. He technically still is, but he just fell off the wagon in a big bad way. I remember like Beverly Hills Cop being amazing in the second one, and then the third one was complete and utter shit, man. And then he was doing more stuff with like dressing up as different characters, kind of like how he did with Coming to America. I mean, the Nutty Professors are really cool, but then he was overdoing it. Like Norbit was really bad, and Eddie Murphy has sort of made a comeback slowly but surely. He kind of has. I mean, he did that Dolomite film for Netflix, which I have not seen yet. I heard it's really amazing. I gotta check that out. And it seemed like he's slowly making a comeback, guys. It really is. I know that there's been talk of like a Beverly Hills Cop 4 that he might do. I know they're doing that Coming to America sequel that is, I believe, coming to Amazon Prime sometime next year, maybe March, something like that. I believe it is. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, and I really love Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy back in the 80s was like classic, amazing, can't beat him. But then, slowly, surely, he sort of lost his way, doing a lot of bad family comedy stuff and really losing his edge. And hopefully his edge is slowly coming back. I'm kind of hoping for that. The last great Eddie Murphy film that I saw, again, I have not seen the Dolomite one, but the last one I really loved was either Life or Bowfinger. Was really the one I was like, that's really great Eddie Murphy. And he's fallen off the wagon quite a bit, but he can pick himself back up. It's Eddie Murphy, man. He's amazing. But I see these old school movies, and it reminds me how great Eddie Murphy really is, man. Seriously. He is awesome. So I definitely hope he makes a comeback, man. a lot of really great special features, man. Not bad on that release. And on the Beverly Hills Cop one, oh, not bad special features as well. Really nice. God, I love Eddie Murphy, man. And so if you guys love him, have not had these in the collection, just simply want a 4K upgrade, you cannot beat more Eddie Murphy in the collection. Then I'm seeing they have the 4K Blu-ray of Mad Max for $27.99. I was not expecting this here, man. Oh, nice cover. Oh, I like that cover so much, man. Oh, shit, this is a Kino Lorber release. Damn, I didn't think Best Buy started carrying Kino Lorber, man. I mean, they're carrying like Shout Select, and they're carrying Scream Factory, and now a little bit of Kino Lorber love. Damn, what's next? Like Vinegar Syndrome or Severin or Code Red? Man, I'm kind of curious what's next. Damn, dude, that's awesome. Oh man, God, this is a great old school sci-fi action flick, man. Damn, young Mel Gibson, dude. Woo, man. I really do like this movie. I really do, man. I mean, mind you, Mad Max is not as good as like the Road Warrior. I think the Road Warrior out of all of the sort of old school Mel Gibson ones was probably the best of the bunch. But you wouldn't have the Road Warrior if you didn't have Mad Max. And Mad Max was really the start of sort of the whole sort of Mel Gibson really start of his mainstream career. And he's got presence. He's got the acting chops. He's great at the action scenes, the dramatic stuff. I mean, there's a reason why Mel Gibson became a star, man. And you see him on screen and he just electrifies. And Mad Max is one of those performances, man, where he really does. Again, I think this is not as good as Road Warrior, but again, you got to start somewhere, and Mad Max was really, really well done. And of course, George Miller is amazing, man. I mean, that guy knows how to shoot action. He's a great action director. I mean, Mad Max Fury Road, come on, he's great, man. So even a not so great Mad Max movie or a so-so Mad Max movie is still a really fucking awesome Mad Max movie, man, by far, dude. This is great. If you're a fan of Mel Gibson, George Miller, the Mad Max franchise, this is definitely worth picking up, man. And a lot of really great special features, man, a ton. Look at that. Oh, awesome. Man, I am so shocked to see Kino Lorber love here at Best Buy, dude. So shocked, man. Great addition, by the way. Man, that's awesome. Great 4K Mad Max love. And then I wanted to show off this great Rambo set. Again, looks absolutely amazing. This Rambo set is killer. But I wanted to show it off because it's down to $79.99 now. Now, I believe last week or so it was $85. So it's gone down another $5, man. So I'm just hoping every single week it goes down to $5, and maybe within like 4 or 5 weeks, like, I'll just grab it. So that's my hope, man. But it's actually slowly, steadily going down. It was like $95. So honestly, $15 already. So patience eventually will pay off. Well, it looks like a little more the Rising Hawk love with the Blu-ray. Now, if you couldn't find it over at Walmart, don't worry. I know it's such a really hot property. It's selling out, guys. So you can always find it over here at Best Buy as well, man. Oh, Lord. I gotta admit, it does intrigue me because of Allison Duty. And honestly, look, I did look up Allison Duty, and I forgot that she was actually in Major League 2. Seriously, it completely passed me by. I totally forgot that. I think she plays like the girlfriend or fiance of Charlie Sheen, like the blonde chick. I think she was, man. God, it's been so long since I've seen her in anything, man. Dude, it'd be kind of cool just to see her in another film, man. The Rising Hawk. Okay, might be good. Well, at least let's hope. Hey, with Robert Patrick, sometimes he's good in things, and other times the stuff he's in is shit. they all can't be winners after all. You know what I'm saying, guys? Then they also have a little more 4K love with Chernobyl. Very nice. I know this came out this week as well. The 4K upgrade of Chernobyl, and actually the Best Buy exclusive 4K Blu-ray digital steelbook as well. I gotta admit, I really love the steelbook here because I love sort of the colors and everything. I love the sort of weird, vibrant, sort of almost like distorted painting. I think that's really cool, man. I really like that image a lot, man. I mean, this is a cool image, but I think this sort of really stands out, man. Really great. And I got to admit that this is such an amazing miniseries, dude. Seriously. When watching this movie, it is true. It is literally chilling. It's extremely dramatic. It's effective as hell. Man, I love the hell out of this thing. It is... Dude, there are certain things where I was like, oh my god, man. Like, the stuff that happened to these people, so powerful, man. It's a really amazing miniseries. And it just goes to show that, you know, cinema can be really powerful, even on the small screen, man. It just depends on how you tell the story. And Chernobyl is amazing, honestly. If you haven't watched Chernobyl, do it. This is going to look amazing in 4K. And what a great steel, man. That looks like an awesome steelbook. Oh, and we are seeing actually that wonderful regular 4K Blu-ray digital Blade love, man. Very cool, dude. Very nice. I don't know. This is a good artwork. Oh, they do have the other one down here. I showed it off earlier, but they do have it down here. I don't know which one actually looks better. I kind of like both, honestly. I think both look pretty cool. Blade, man. Love me some Blade, dude. I'm telling you. And I am looking forward to Mahershala Ali playing Blade. I know there's been talk of like maybe he would come back as Blade Wesley, but I don't think that would have ever been a thing. I'm actually really looking forward to what Mahershala does with the role. And it's kind of weird to see Blade being in the MCU. That's going to be something weird to get used to. Like, vampires are going to be part of, like, the MCU timeline. Like, that's so weird, man. But hopefully you can say some few great iconic lines, like, it's open season on all suckheads. Hopefully, man. Oh, with that signature look, with the glasses and the armor, man. Oh, man, so good. Blade can't be beat, brother. Cannot be beat. One of Wesley's best roles, hands down, baby. A little more 4K love as well going on, man, with the steelbook of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Look at that. That's a nice steelbook. I like that, man. Oh, that's really nice. Look at that. Oh, man. God. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Man, it's been a while. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's been a while since I've seen this flick, dude. Oh, man. You know, I'm usually not into this sort of 19th century, sort of ancient, back in the day type of movie, but this one is absolutely amazing. The cinematography is gorgeous here. The acting is well done. The fight scenes, the choreography, out of this world, man. I mean, I believe the choreography is from Yen Wo Ping, who did The Matrix, which, I mean, the Matrix fight scenes were dynamic anyways, but this is amazing. And I remember when this movie came out, it blew everybody away. It really revolutionized the way that you would see sort of action scenes filmed, and just sort of how beautiful it is that they're on sort of the treetops and everything, and fighting, and with the sword play. It was masterfully done, and the story was really heartbreaking and dramatic. Well done. A lot of these actors really came out being very high profile because of this film, and even Ang Lee, which a lot of people, I mean, this is one of those ones that people really talk about, but I mean, as far as such a revolutionary film for that time period, a lot of people really forget how much it really it really sort of influenced the industry. And how a lot of things going forward, like The Matrix and a lot of other movies, really ended up emulating this sort of fight style that this movie had. It's such an amazing movie, man. It's been so long since I've watched it, though, but I'm sure it'll look amazing in 4K, man. It's got to. Beautifully well done film, man. Fantastic. And a great Ang Lee film at that, man. And more 4K love? Wow, we're just going down the 4K range here. And another one with Leon the Professional. Oh, man, talk about another movie I absolutely fucking love, man. This is another one, just like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I haven't seen it in such a long time, man. But I remember when I watched this, I was blown away by how kick-ass this film was, how kick-ass Natalie Portman was. Like, this is the Natalie Portman that I remember. A lot of people found her through Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. They found her through that stuff. No, I found her through Leon the Professional. Jean Reno is amazing here. I love this sort of assassin having this little girl with him, and she is sort of growing up in this world and being influenced by it. So well done, dude. And Gary Oldman is the bad guy. Oh my god, Gary Oldman is so good as the bad guy in here, man. He is so fantastic. I mean, Gary Oldman is great in almost every role he does anyways, but here, fucking awesome, man. So fantastic. And a Luc Besson film at that. And Luc Besson is a really good filmmaker. I know he's done some films that are not so great, but again, movies like this or The Fifth Element, dude, back in the day, he was the man. Great action sequences, great dramatic story. Oh, man. Really great bad guy. Very awesome movie, man. Something I definitely have to revisit. So awesome. And they also end up having this 4K Blu-ray digital double feature of Equalizer and Equalizer 2 with my man Denzel, baby. Badass Denzel motherfucking Washington, man. Oh, dude. As I've said before, I like both of the Equalizer films, but if I had to pick one, it would be the first Equalizer. Because I honestly didn't really know what to expect going in the first Equalizer, and how badass and awesome he is, the fight sequences. Equalizer 2 is good, has some good fight sequences. I still like Denzel in the role, but hard to beat the first Equalizer, man, really. And that movie is fucking phenomenal, man. Really well done. God, so great, man. Now I'm noticing especially with these three, they have this sticker, Watch 4K Ultra HD Movies PS5. They have it on here, and on here as well. Is that a thing now? Are they like promoting 4K by sort of by way of the PS5? Are they doing that now? Because I've noticed a couple of titles already that are like PS5 essentials. So I'm assuming that they're promoting the movies to get people more into the 4K discs through the PS5, because I know PS5 has the 4K capability. If they're doing it, that's fine, because it's a way to promote physical media. It's a way to get it out there to the masses, because PS5 is hugely popular. So if you can give people an opportunity to buy these through the PS5 who may not have a player otherwise, that works. That's a really good thing, and I honestly champion that. I really do, man. So for me, I think that's a great idea. I don't know if that's now officially a thing, but I'm seeing more and more of it. So I definitely wanted to know whether it was or not. But hey, I'm cool with it. I mean, more people getting into physical media, that can't be a bad thing. Just saying, man. But actually, a lot of really cool stuff this time around, man. A lot of new releases, a lot of 4K love. Not bad this week. Not bad at all. I'll definitely take it. Nice. All right. Let's head out. I never had a doubt in my mind that Best Buy was going to deliver. I never had a doubt in my mind at all. Of course not, because the Beast always delivers, baby. Always, man. Oh, wow, man. So much 4K love here at the Beast. The new releases, the exclusive steelbooks. Oh, man. So good as always, man. Not a bad release week. Post Black Friday, usually we don't get a lot of really great media post Black Friday because of such the massive sales and people will spend all sorts of money and they don't want to really put out a lot of stuff where it might not sell. But no, this year they went full out. They said, you know what, this is 2020. It's crazy anyways. Let's just put out the physical media, baby. And I am so appreciative of that. Not bad releases this week. Some very unique ones and some unique exclusives, dare I say. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's head home and finish the video.
Alright, everybody. That'll do it for the Blu-ray and DVD out and about video this week. And what a really pretty solid week of physical media, dare I say. Yeah, I said it in the video, but it really is true that if you look back previous Black Fridays, the week after really doesn't have much media to show off for the most part. Usually it's more of like, hey, people spend money, we're not going to deal with it. And this year it's like, screw that, man. We're going to have people spend even more money, maybe. It's a pandemic. They've been saving the money up. Hey, they can spend it. So, yeah, man, there was a lot of stuff. And even stuff that wasn't even in the stores. It's out there, man. You can get it through online. And, man, damn, dude. I mean, honestly, this is a great time for physical media. Truly, it really is, man. No lie. There is so much really great media to show off, and so much really great additions that are coming out. So, there's been moments during this whole pandemic situation where physical media has been in a really bad, rough spot. But I look at the fall and now the winter here where there's so much really great media that's now coming into the marketplace, and it's a good time to be a physical media lover. Really, it honestly is, man. And with the sales going on and all the great media additions, man, if you're not spending money, man, there's something wrong with you. I'll just put it that way, man. I'll put it that way. So much great stuff, man. I hope you guys got something good, because let me tell you, whether it's online or in the stores, boy, there's a lot of really great stuff that's all over the place, man. So there's got to be something great for you to pick up. At least I think there is, man. But hope you guys picked up something good. As far as I'm concerned, well, first off, I will say this. I got some stuff over at the Beast Best Buy, baby. I'm going to show off some of this stuff, man. Spending even more money. I spent a lot of money already, but I guess why not spend more? Oh, okay. The first thing I got was actually the 4K edition of Beverly Hills Cop, man. God, I love this movie. And can you believe I've never actually had it in the collection before? Seriously, I never have. I love this movie, love Eddie Murphy. The character of Axel Foley is so goddamn cool. I love this, and, comes with the same artwork on the inside, but, man, the slip is in perfect condition. And I just was so happy to pick this sucker up, man. Damn. More Eddie Murphy goodness in the collection. Not half bad. Then I also picked up the 4K Blu-ray digital steelbook of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, man. I am actually really, really happy to pick this up, man. This is another one that has not been in the collection. Ever. Hasn't, man. God. And I remember really loving this flick and how dynamic it was, and, walking on the bamboos and fighting, the sword play, and everything was so well done here, man. Ang Lee is a master at cinema. When he's doing it perfectly, he truly is, and this is amazing film. So I had to pick up this steelbook, man. It was like the last one there, so it was mine. It was mine, baby. Got that. I also ended up getting the steelbook for the 4K edition of Leon the Professional. Yes, man. Another really solid film, man. I love this film. And again, another one that's never been in the collection before. Not on DVD or anything like that. This is the first time, man. But damn, do I love this movie. It's It's brutal. The action is really cool. The characters are man, fucking awesome. Gary Oldman, John Reno, Natalie Portman. I mean, this is the first time I ever found John Reno, and man, it was like the best impression. And the same thing with Natalie Portman. I was like, my God, what a badass chick. So early on in her career, man. It's such a gem. It really is. It's a great action gem and so awesome. Love this flick, man. Had to pick it up. Steelbook, baby. Then, last but certainly not least, I picked up Coming to America. I feel good. Yeah, baby. I picked up Coming to America, man. I had to. Again, a movie that's never been in the collection before. Crazy. More Eddie Murphy goodness. I picked up the Steel because I had to, man. But I want to check something out here. I truly do. Because it's supposed to have something in here. And boy, I want to check this out. Oh my God. Oh, let's see here. Oh, that's really cool. On the back, it's got his crown, artist crown. Cool. And then they have it. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm almost as excited as this as I am the actual like steelbook. Oh my God. Oh wow, look at this. This is so cool. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh, so good. Sexual chocolate. Oh, sexual chocolate, baby. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is too good. This is getting framed, motherfucker. This is getting framed, man. This is getting put on some sort of fucking wall. Oh my God. Sexual Chocolate World Tour 1988 with Randy Watson. Oh my God. Oh Lord, this is worth it, man. Oh, so good, man. Oh my God. Oh, man. It's the simple things in life that I just love. That is awesome, dude. And of course, you know, the steelbook looks good too. You know, yeah, I love it. Finally have this wonderful film in the collection, plus all the other wonderful physical media goodness that I got at the Beast, man. Spending even more money, man. God damn, man. I've been spending a lot of money as of late. And I don't think the train's stopping anytime soon. But that's not all, because I actually got a few things for the official pickups starting in December. I ended up getting a package in the mail from A24, actually. I have never gotten anything from A24 before at all. Never. And this was a limited edition, collector's edition release that sold out, and I really wanted it. I was so pissed because I was like, okay, it's sold out. Never going to find it again. Prices on eBay, skyrocket, no way. And then they said, hey, we got more stock in. And right to the website, and I ordered this sucker, man. I did not want to miss out a second time. And I have a feeling it will sell out again. So I did, and boy, what a very weird and interesting horror movie. Oh boy. Man, this one is a wild and weird one, baby. But boy, oddly satisfying at the same time. Very unique and very interesting one for that. And then I also got a package in the mail from Amazon Prime. Now, this is actually one of the new releases this week, and it is, wow, pure nostalgia. I hadn't seen this thing since I was a kid. And when it got announced, I was over the moon. I'm like, oh my God, this is getting a physical media release? Man, way overdue. So good, so underrated. And as far as this actor's filmography goes, it's not a movie that many people talk about. But the people who love it really love it. And it's a well-worthy title, man. Oh my God. So amazing to finally have this in the collection. Oh, so happy, baby. So I got this and the package from A24, man. The first two for December
But you guys will not find out exactly what I picked up until hopefully next month. It'll show off all the titles that I picked up for the month of December. And speaking of Blu-ray pickup videos, I know, guys, I know I'm so behind, so impossibly behind. Oh, it's been very, very rough for me. I'm finally going to start to catch up. You will be getting the Blu-ray pickup video for September. I know, so far back. I got a lot of work ahead of me, guys, but it is coming. I actually was supposed to do it last weekend, but there was a movie hunting video that is highly requested that I had to take care of. So not only will you be getting the Blu-ray pickup video, but you will also be getting another brand new movie hunting video. I think you guys are going to really like this one. So, movie hunting video and a Blu-ray pickup video. Two very satisfying videos. Some really great media to show off in both of them. I think you guys are going to be really, really happy with that. Plus, I also released my Black Friday mega massive 2020 madness video showing off all of the deals and the selection that the stores had. That was a really great time as well. So there is a lot of really cool stuff on the channel and a lot of stuff coming up. So definitely stay tuned. You don't want to miss out. And before I let you guys go, I told you guys last week that I was actually going to be officially reviewing the next review copy that I got in the mail. And well, I'm not going to disappoint you guys. I am actually going to be reviewing my second ever official review copy that I got in the mail from the UK. I cannot wait. This is a very interesting, unique little action disaster flick. Definitely worth checking out. So, let's check out the review, shall we? It's time to heat up with Skyfire! Skyfire! Yeah! We are diving into a little Skyfire volcano action goodness, baby. The mountain is waking up. Damn right it is, man. Oh, some lava goodness. Now, look, I love a good volcano movie. I mean, Dante's Peak, anybody? Volcano? Of course, man. The death, destruction, the action, all very exciting. Now, I want to thank Patriot Films, and I want to thank Debbie for sending me out a review copy. I greatly appreciate it. And this film is basically about this hotel, stylistic, very futuristic, very expensive, that is being built next to you guessed it, a volcano. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be built next to a volcano? Makes total sense, right? Well, apparently these researchers and these scientists are basically telling the owner, they're like, look, this is a bad idea. There are concerns here. The volcano is gonna become active again. And he's like, look, you guys are over-exaggerating. We're fine. Nothing's gonna happen. Well, what do you know? Lo and behold, the volcano starts to become active again. Of course it does. They never heed the warnings. Never heed the warnings, damn it. Never do it. Anyways, so now the researchers and the scientists have to try to save the villagers and try to save the people in the hotel from total and absolute destruction. Man, this ended up being a really fun watch. And I was kind of a little bit hesitant on this movie because in order to make a really good destructive volcano movie, especially nowadays, you need a lot of money, you need a lot of resources, the CGI and stunts, and there's just a lot of logistics to go along here. And so, at the end of the day, was this movie going to deliver? Now, the movie is directed by Simon West. Now, if you guys don't know Simon West, well, you should, because he's directed Expendables 2. He's directed Lara Croft Tomb Raider. He's directed Con motherfucking Air, man. He has, and he is a solid action director. He's not the best,
but he's incredibly solid, and he definitely knows how to shoot action. And Skyfire is no exception, man. I mean, I love once the volcano opens up and just spews out all over the place. You get some really great solid action sequences. I mean, you get fireballs really raining down in the sky, ash all over the place, lava spitting out at every corner. Really dynamic, and the CGI is really, really well done. There is moments where the CGI is a little rocky, but to be fair, they're few and far between. Most of the time, the CGI really does wow you, and I gotta say, the destruction of like the hotel and of the actual survivors is incredible. There are literally moments in this film when I was literally watching it and somebody would get like just punched by a freaking ball of fire, or like basically incinerated by steam, and I would go like, "Oh shit! Oh my god!" I was having a ball. I was like, "Oh my god, that's cool, man!" Like some stuff I didn't see coming at all. And I thought the action was just on the edge of your seat. Really, really great, man. I was loving it. Truly, man. I had a ball with the action and destruction. I loved it. And you know what? As much as the action and destruction is really cool, and trust me, in Skyfire it actually really is, it's the actual storyline and the characters that also make up the movie. Because yes, you can have a lot of destruction and action and everything, but a lot of it will mean nothing if it's not for an emotional centerpiece, characters that are going, you're going to go on a journey with, and you're going to feel for these characters, you're going to want them to live. And Skyfire also has that. They have some really great characters here. They have a really great leading lady heroine who has a really great storyline of, as a little girl, having her mother die from a volcano erupting, and growing up not wanting to see that happen to anyone else and being like her mother. At the same time, having a bad relationship with her father who did survive, and kind of feels like maybe it should have been him instead of the mother. And a very rocky relationship that turns very emotional, very heartfelt, and very understanding. You have a lot of really great characters here of newlyweds, of mothers and children, husbands and wives, and you care about each of these storylines. You care about them, you care about what they go through, and the heartache that they're dealing with, having to try to fight this volcano, but having to see their loved ones die at the same time. It really is very well done, and you feel for the characters and you feel for their emotion. Now, I don't really know much of these actors. A lot of them to me are unknown. The only one that is truly one that I know anything about is actually Jason Isaacs. Jason Isaacs, of course, I know him from Event Horizon, but a lot of the more younger viewers will know him obviously from Harry Potter, and he does a great job here. He basically plays the hotel owner, and yeah, he's a little bit of a dick, but to be fair, he does kind of redeem himself. So, you know, give Jason Isaacs some credit. He's not a complete and utter asshole, but he does a really good acting job. Everybody does a great acting job here. I thought the action, again, is completely well done. The actors do a really solid job of making you believe that this is real, investing you in the action and the drama. And it's just a really great sense of on the edge of your seat thrills. Whether it's a car dangling from a cliff, whether it's them literally like running away from the fucking ash and volcano. Like, it's thrills, it's edge of your seat, it's really well done, man. And also, it's beautifully shot. It looks absolutely beautiful. The locations look very lush. The colors are vibrant here. When the volcano goes off, as you can see, it looks absolutely stunning and outstanding. Absolutely beautiful and gorgeous. Just a really, really great, well done job. And I gotta give Simon West credit, because Simon West, who comes from the American style of action cinema brings his style to a movie that was made in China, Japan area, and brings those American sensibilities to that type of cinema. And it works. It works like a charm, man. It really honestly does. The thrills are there. The emotion is there. The action, the drama. Truth be told, it all works. And it works really well. Now, is this the best volcano movie of all time? No, it's not. I would probably say Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones is, because I really love Volcano, man. That's such a really great movie. I love what they do with the lava within the city streets, and it's really dynamic. This movie doesn't go that far. It's got a limited amount of a budget. It's not able to do some of the things that it normally would do. And again, they're trying to film during a crazy time with the pandemic and everything else going on. So, unfortunately, they had restrictions, but for the most part, though, they do pull it off. And as far as like volcano style action flicks go, it's pretty good. It honestly really is. And I'm surprised because I wasn't expecting much. And it came out actually far better than I had any hope for it to be. So this one, honestly, is a real winner, guys. Truly and completely. And it looks amazing on Blu-ray. As you can see, the colors, and it just looks absolutely vibrant on Blu-ray. It just looks amazing. Now, yes, there is moments within the film that you have to suspend a little bit of disbelief. Because, again, surviving some of this stuff is a little bit ridiculous. It almost comes out like a Fast and Furious flick at times. But again, if you can suspend disbelief a little bit, I think you guys are really going to enjoy this flick. It's fun, it's got some great drama, and the action is pretty damn good. And if you like destructive volcano flicks, well, there's not many in the genre. So it's nice to add another one to the list. Not half bad, man. I really did enjoy this one quite a bit. And hope you guys get a chance to check this out when possible, because I think you're able to really enjoy it. A nice foreign language action destruction flick. I'll take it any day of the week. Not half bad, guys. Really appreciated this one. Hope you did too. Not half bad. A little Skyfire action. Volcano style, baby. And who doesn't love a little destruction? Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. What a really unique and very fun destruction volcano flick, man. Really, the action is really dynamic, very well done. CGI is great. The drama is really well told. It works. Shockingly enough, it really does, man. And kudos to Simon West and kudos to everybody involved, because this one, honestly, turned out to be a winner, man. Really, really great. Another interesting one to add to the collection. I wonder what the next very interesting title I'll get from the UK. Well, only time will tell, but Skyfire was a very pleasant surprise, and glad I got to show it off and review it for you guys. Damn glad. Oh, man. Boy, oh boy. So much media to show off, so little time to do it, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Check out the other Blu-ray and DVD Tuesday videos I do, the movie reviews with my friends, movie hunting, Blu-ray pickup videos, live streams, and much more. If you love movies and physical media, hit subscribe and become a part of the Film Fan Nation. I want to thank all of my very wonderful subscribers, each and every one of you. You really lift me up, give me great comments and feedback, and a lot of really great and wonderful support, and watching the videos and taking time out of your daily lives. It means the world to me. It really honestly does. I think about it every single day, and that's why I go out of my way to do the best I possibly can for you guys, because you guys deserve the world as far as I'm concerned. So I greatly appreciate the support. You give me the love, and I hope I give the love right back to you. I truly do. So thank you beyond words. Thank you so much. So if you love how I talk about movies and physical media, definitely hit subscribe and keep up to date with everything I'm doing through Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. FilmFan108, keep up to date with everything I'm doing, plus special pictures and videos I do from time to time on social media as well. Alright, guys, the physical media train keeps on rolling, baby, and even more stuff to show off next week. So I will see you back next week for a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video. Take care, everybody, and happy hunting.